The community center's party room buzzed with laughter and the sticky sweet smell of vanilla frosting. My daughter Emma sat beside me, her feeding tube carefully secured under her purple dress. She was 5 years old, and today was her cousin Tyler's 7th birthday party. "Auntie Sarah, watch me," Tyler shouted, performing an elaborate dance move that ended with him nearly knocking over the punch bowl. My sister Jennifer caught it just in time, laughing. Emma clapped her small hands together, her eyes bright with joy. She loved family gatherings, loved being around her cousins. The feeding tube was something she'd had since she was 2, a necessary medical device that kept her nourished when her digestive condition made eating impossible. Her doctors at Children's Hospital had explained it countless times to our family. "All right, everyone, cake time," Jennifer called out, wheeling in a massive superhero-themed cake. Emma's face lit up. She couldn't eat the cake, of course, but she loved the ceremony of it all. The candles, the singing, the celebration. My mother appeared beside Jennifer, carrying the cake knife with an air of authority she always assumed at family events. She'd barely acknowledged us when we arrived, offering Emma a stiff pat on the head before turning her attention to Tyler. "Everyone gather round," Mom commanded. The children rushed forward, including Emma. She positioned herself carefully at the edge of the group, mindful of her tube but eager to participate in the singing. "Happy birthday to you," we all began. Tyler's face glowed in the candlelight. He made his wish and blew out all 7 candles in one breath. The room erupted in applause. "Cake time." Jennifer started cutting generous slices. My mother took over the distribution as she always did. She handed plates to Tyler first, then to my brother David's kids, then to Jennifer's other children. Emma stood patiently, her hands clasped in front of her. She knew she couldn't eat it, but we always took a slice home and I'd describe it to her in elaborate detail. It was our tradition. Mom moved through the crowd, handing out plates with theatrical flourish. She gave one to my father, to David, to Jennifer's husband, Mark. Emma waited. Mom handed slices to the adults, to distant cousins, even to Jennifer's neighbor who'd stopped by. "Grandma," Emma said softly, her voice barely audible over the chatter. My mother's eyes landed on her. Something cold flickered across her face. "Look who's pretending to be sick again." The words cut through the noise like a knife. The room didn't exactly go silent, but conversations faltered. Heads turned. Emma's face crumpled in confusion. "I'm not pretending, Grandma. The doctor said." "Oh, the doctor said," Mom mimicked in a high-pitched voice. Always with the drama. Always needing to be the center of attention. My stomach turned to ice. I started to stand, but Emma touched my arm. "It's okay, Mama," she whispered. "It wasn't okay." Jennifer laughed nervously. "Mom, come on. Let's just have a nice party." "I am having a nice party," Mom said. "A party for children who actually appreciate food, not for attention seekers who reject everything offered to them." She held up the cake slice she'd just cut, the one I assumed was for Emma, and made a show of putting it back on the serving platter. "No cake for attention seekers," she announced, her smirk directed squarely at my daughter. David's wife, Laura, shifted uncomfortably. "That seems a bit harsh, don't you think?" "Harsh?" Mom whirled on her. "You know what's harsh? Having a granddaughter who refuses to eat normal food. Who makes every meal about her special needs. Who turns every family gathering into a medical emergency." Emma's lower lip trembled. She was 5 years old, sitting at her cousin's birthday party, being publicly humiliated by her grandmother. "She has a diagnosed medical condition," I said quietly, fighting to keep my voice steady. "The feeding tube isn't a choice." "Everything is a choice, Sarah." Mom turned to the room, addressing everyone like she was giving a speech. "In my day, children ate what they were given. They didn't have tubes and special formulas and constant doctor appointments. They just ate." "Mom," Jennifer tried again, "maybe we should." "Should what? Cuddle her? Pretend that this is normal?" She gestured at Emma's feeding tube. "It's not normal. It's attention-seeking behavior and I won't reward it." The other children had stopped eating their cake. They stared at Emma, at me, uncertain. Tyler, sweet 7-year-old Tyler, pushed his plate toward Emma. "She can have mine, Grandma." "No." Mom's hand shot out, pulling the plate back. "She will not. This is my grandson's birthday and we're not going to let her ruin it with her dramatics." That was the moment. The precise second when something inside me shifted and settled into cold, absolute clarity. I stood slowly, gathering Emma's small jacket and her special bag with her feeding supplies. "What are you doing?" Mom demanded. "Leaving." Kept my voice level calm. I wouldn't give her the satisfaction of seeing me angry. "Oh, of course. Run away. That's what you always do when someone tells you the truth." I helped Emma into her jacket. She was crying now, silent tears streaming down her face. "Sarah, maybe just stay," Jennifer said weakly. "For Tyler's sake." "For Tyler's sake?" I looked at my sister. "You just watched your mother tell your niece she's faking a serious medical condition. You watched her deny a 5-year-old child basic kindness at a family party. And you want me to stay for the cake?" Jennifer looked away. David said nothing. He never did. My father, sitting in the corner with his second slice of cake, didn't even look up. "Fine. Leave." Mom crossed her arms. "But don't come crawling back when you realize how good you have it. This family has been more than generous with you." I wanted to laugh. Generous. The word echoed in my head as I picked up Emma and headed for the door. In the parking lot, I buckled Emma into her car seat. She hiccuped, trying to stop crying. "Mama, why doesn't Grandma like me?" "Oh, sweetheart." I smoothed her hair. "This isn't about you. This is about Grandma not understanding something, and that's her problem, not yours." "But she said I'm pretending." "You're not pretending. You have a medical condition and your feeding tube helps you stay healthy and strong. Grandma is wrong." We drove home in silence. Emma fell asleep halfway there, exhausted from crying. That night, after I'd settled her in bed and sat in the dark living room, I pulled out my phone. First call. Daniel Martinez, the manager of the Riverside Community Center. "Daniel, it's Sarah Peterson. I need to cancel a standing rental reservation." "Oh." He sounded surprised. "Which one?" "The third Saturday of every month. The party room. It's been billed to my account for the past 3 years." Silence. Then, "Sarah, that's the booking that—" "Wait, you're the one paying for those?" "I thought it was registered to Margaret Peterson." "It is registered to her. But check your billing records. The card on file is mine." I could hear him typing. "Oh my God. You're right. Every month for 36 months. That's $4,320 total." "Yes." "Does Margaret know?" "No. And I'd like the reservation canceled effective immediately. If she calls to book the room again, she'll need to provide her own payment method." "Understood. Sarah, I'm sorry about whatever happened." "Thank you, Daniel." Second call. Patricia Chin at First National Bank. "Patricia, it's Sarah Peterson. I need to stop an automatic payment." "Of course. Which one?" "The mortgage payment for 47 Maple Street. It's been coming from my account for the past 5 years." Another silence. "Sarah, that's your mother's property." "I'm aware. And I've been making the payments. All of them. I'd like that stopped immediately." "Are you sure?" "This will mean—" "I'm very sure. Cancel the automatic payment. If Margaret Peterson wants to continue making mortgage payments, she'll need to set up her own arrangement with the bank. This will be processed by tomorrow morning." "Perfect." I hung up and sat in the dark, feeling nothing. No satisfaction. No anger. Just a cold, clear certainty that I'd made the right choice. The call started at 8:30 the next morning. First, Jennifer. "Sarah, what did you do?" "Mom just got a call from the community center saying her reservation is canceled and she needs to pay $300 if she wants to book it again." I canceled my payment authorization. "Your payment? What are you talking about?" "I've been paying for that party room for 3 years, Jennifer. Every month. Every family birthday, every celebration. I was happy to do it when I thought I was contributing to family unity. I'm not paying for Emma to be humiliated anymore." "Sarah, that's crazy. Mom would never." "Mom didn't know I was paying. She thought the community center just gave her a good rate. But it was me. The whole time." Jennifer went quiet. Next call. David. "You need to fix this. Mom's freaking out." "Fix what?" "Whatever you did. She's calling everyone, screaming about the community center and the bank and—" "Wait, what did you do with the bank?" "I stopped paying her mortgage." "You what?" "I've been making her mortgage payments for 5 years, David. $2,300 a month. I'm done." "That's insane." Why would you even do that? Because 5 years ago she was going to lose the house. She came to me crying, said she couldn't afford the payments after Dad's medical bills. I offered to help temporarily. It never became temporary. It became permanent. And she never knew. She's going to lose the house. Then she'll need to figure out how to make the payments herself. Or maybe you could help her. Or Jennifer. I'm sure between the three of you, you can manage $2,300 a month. He hung up. Mom called at noon. I let it go to voicemail. How dare you? How dare you sabotage this family? You think you're so special with your sick child and your martyr routine. Well, guess what? We don't need you. We've never needed you. And we certainly don't need your money. I deleted the message. The second voicemail came an hour later. Her voice was different. Smaller. Sarah. Please call me back. We need to talk about this situation. I'm sure we can work something out. Third voicemail evening. Please. I didn't know you were paying for those things. If I'd known, I would have been more grateful. Just call me back. I didn't call back. Jennifer showed up at my door 2 days later. She's sorry, Jennifer said without preamble. Is she? The bank told her she has 30 days to start making payments or they'll begin foreclosure proceedings. She's panicking. She has 30 days to figure it out. That's more time than I had to figure out how to pay her bills while also covering Emma's medical expenses. Your medical expenses? Sarah, Mom didn't know. Didn't know what? That Emma's care costs money? That I work 2 jobs to cover what insurance doesn't? That I've been supporting Mom financially for 5 years while she told everyone what a burden my daughter is. Jennifer looked at the floor. What do you want? An apology. I want Emma to be treated with basic human decency. I want Mom to acknowledge that she was cruel to a 5-year-old child. I want her to understand that medical conditions aren't character flaws. She's old. She's from a different generation. She's 68, not 90. And being old doesn't give her the right to abuse my daughter. Jennifer left without another word. The mortgage payment bounced. The bank called my mother. She called me 17 times in one day. I blocked her number. She showed up at my work. Security escorted her out. Finally, 3 weeks after the birthday party, she showed up at my house when she knew I'd be home. She looked smaller somehow. Tired. I'm sorry, she said. I waited. I was wrong. About Emma. About what I said. You told a 5-year-old she was faking a serious medical condition. You denied her cake in front of the whole family to punish her for being sick. I know. Do you actually understand what you did? Mom's eyes filled with tears. Real ones, I thought. I was jealous. Jealous. Of the attention. Everyone always asking about Emma, talking about her treatments, her progress. I felt invisible. Like I didn't matter anymore. She wiped her eyes. It's not an excuse. It's just the truth. I considered her words. You could have talked to me. Instead, you hurt my daughter. I know. I'm sorry. To both of you. I'll need to hear you say that to Emma. I will. I'll apologize to her properly. And you'll learn about her condition. She'll learn. Talk to her doctors. Understand what she's going through. Yes. Whatever it takes. The mortgage. She flinched. I found a part-time job. And David's helping. I can cover it now. Good. Will you come back? To family things. I looked at her for a long moment. Maybe. Eventually. When Emma feels safe around you again. When I trust you won't hurt her. That's fair. She left. I closed the door and leaned against it. Emma appeared from her room where she'd been playing. Was that Grandma? Yes. Is she sorry? She says she is. Emma considered this with the serious wisdom of a 5-year-old who'd already learned that adults could be cruel. But I still don't want to go to any more birthday parties for a while. That's completely okay, sweetheart. She hugged my legs, then went back to her toys. I stood there thinking about choices and consequences, about the power of walking away, about the strange mathematics of family love and money and boundaries. The mortgage payments stayed cancelled. The community center bookings stayed cancelled. Mom did apologize to Emma eventually. She did talk to the doctors. He did try. Whether it was enough remained to be seen. But Emma was safe. And I'd learned something valuable. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is simply stop giving what's being taken for granted. Sometimes you just make 2 calls and wait.